کسی اور کا یہ رتبہ کبھی تھا نہ ہے نہ ہوگا، کسی اور کا یہ رتبہ انہیں خلق کر کے نازا ہوا خود ہی دست قدرت، انہیں خلق کر کے نازا ہوا خود ہی دست قدرت، کوئی شاہکار ایسا کبھی تھا نہ ہے نہ ہوگا، کبھی تھا نہ ہے نہ ہوگا، کبھی تھا نہ ہے نہ ہوگا، کسی وہم نے صدا دی کوئی آپ کا مماثل، کسی وہم نے صدا دی کوئی آپ کا مماثل، تو یقین پکار اٹھا کبھی تھا نہ ہے نہ ہوگا، تو یقین پکار اٹھا، میرے دامن طلب کو ہے انہیں کے در سے نسبت، میرے دامن طلب کو ہے انہیں کے در سے نسبت، کسی اور در سے رشتہ کبھی تھا نہ ہے نہ ہوگا، کسی اور در سے رشتہ، میرے طاق جان میں نسبت کے چراغ جل رہے ہیں، میرے طاق جان میں نسبت کے چراغ جل رہے ہیں، مجھے خوف تیرگی کا کبھی تھا نہ ہے نہ ہوگا، میں ہوں وقف نعت گوئی کسی اور کا قصیدہ، میری شاعری کا حصہ کبھی تھا نہ ہے نہ ہوگا، सारे हाशर उनकी रहमत का सफीर मैं हूँ तालिब सरे हाशर उनकी रहमत का सफीर मैं हूँ तालिब मुझे कुछ अमल का दावा कभी था ना है न होगा मुझे कुछ अमल का दावा कभी था ना है न होगा कोई मिसल मुस्तफा का
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everybody. Alhamdulillah, we are with you again today, another day, joining as usual. And sorry for a little bit of delay this evening, just some technical processes we were completing. So, Alhamdulillah, we are here. And Jazakallah, everybody who has already joined and who will be with us, watching us live, and then later on the recordings on Facebook or the YouTube. May Allah bless you all. Today, just a little bit change of plan. Today, we will not have our um, Urdu session, which we have. We will have this session we have in the beginning, and then the khulasa of the Quran, the tafsir. Inshallah, Nizam Bhai will do it, but we will not have the session with Shamsab does normally at the end. So we will, inshallah, try to adjust accordingly, and we will have today our good friend Mubin Bhai. He will join us later on, and we will, inshallah, discuss the same topic of the Islamic perspective on worship and what really that entails in terms of how your behavior should be. So we will quickly recap what we went through yesterday, which actually was that the Islam is all about submission to God, and it's basically being aware of that responsibility which you have been given by Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, and pretty much just thinking about it all the time. That doesn't mean that you, as we discussed, cut off from everything, but rather it's all about living your life, but keeping in mind your status and the responsibility which has been given to you. And that again, it basically it's all about that, where you have chances to do things um, by your own desire, and that would lead to more benefits in the immediate course. However, if you can see that I have to obey the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it might lead to a little bit of suffering a small loss or something like that. That is all about being a Muslim. Whether you choose your benefits or whether you are actually sincere and you choose your personal gains over the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it's literally worship that is in its very true sense. It's not worship that you sit in a corner and you cut off from everything and you do zikr and you just basically remembering God all the time. Um, you know, not doing anything else. Rather, it's all about being very much in the middle of everything that's going on in normal life, and it's still remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as you go on and you do things. That is what really um, worship is. So it's basically, it's not about having the words on your tongue. It's all about having that uh, very clear awareness and having that that thought in your mind that you have to basically answer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You have to stand in front of him, and whatever you do, whatever you choose, all your decisions, they will be questioned, and then you will have to basically answer whether you chose like whether your own thoughts or your decisions were subject to your personal wishes, or were they all as per the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that is what really being a Muslim or worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala really means. And obviously, when you do that, you are more likely to come across things which would not give you possibly the the best outcome, or you may not have the best of this world, if you just want to say in general terms that you might be you may not be able to possibly have that much of money or that much of assets, or those very general materialistic things, which is actually being a good Muslim doesn't mean that you have to live not a good life in this world. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bless you in this world, and your real reward will be in the hereafter. But it's all about staying loyal to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you may be suffering temporary losses, but you should look towards your actual reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which He will inshallah give you in this life and the hereafter. And if you look beyond your personal level, what really worshipping would mean, then, for example, if you are sitting on the throne, or you are the government, you're the head of a state, or the one basically at the top, even at that point, at that position, you have in your mind that you're not the highest. There is someone above you. and you may be sitting as a leader of the people, or as a, on a higher position in a like a, for example, in a like a responsible position, but you have only been given that position and authority to basically serve the people, because that is what was given to you by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you are actually a servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you should use that authority and all that power to basically serve the people as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded. And obviously, um, first and foremost, you have to fulfill all the responsibilities which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to you, in that capacity. Or, for example, if you're a judge, the highest position in the justice system. So you may be able to, you might have chances to give rulings which would, um, basically, which can be biased, which could favor somebody that you like, or which could give some trouble to somebody you don't like. But rather than using that power, as per your desires, you actually use it to spread the justice of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because indeed, everything which has been given is given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to us, and we have to, answer for it. How did we use that? So the higher you are in a position, the more responsibility you have. For example, if you are a, commander, like a, yeah, the chief of army, and obviously that is quite a powerful position. But what are you gonna do? Are you gonna use that power to? I mean, you have, hundreds, thousands of people, uh, waiting for your command. So how will you use that power? Will you just use it to basically, acquire more land, and basically, um, start attacking people, or just basically, grabbing as much resources as possible? Or would you rather use it to actually spread the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you know try to spread, the justice, the basically all the rights that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to human beings. You can use your power to end the the tyranny of tyrants. You can use to get rid of the unjust people. So you have to actually answer for every single role which obviously you have been given. And also, I mean, for example, if in a, like a small scale, you have some ownership of the treasures of the land. It could be like you have some piece of fertile land, and you know you have some agriculture going on there, or you have some ownership of some mines, or some other things which are considered as obviously valuable resources. So how are you going to act? Like, yes, you technically own the land, but are you actually the owner of anything yourself? Indeed, I mean, not just the earth, whatever is in the heavens and the earth, everything belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if you are given some ownership of some small thing, So that is really something which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to you from His dominion. So you're as much responsible uh, for the usage of those things, and you have to obviously answer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that is really what is considered as worship. So like I mean, it's all about basically having all the you know the available opportunities, and basically not being answerable to anyone, and still staying loyal to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His commands, and basically prioritizing and putting the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on top of every other thing. And obviously, this is all only possible if you have that very clear sort of uh, awareness. When they say uh, the word taqwa, and it's normally translated as God consciousness, that only and only when you have taqwa in your heart, then obviously your whole life, everything that you do, it will be in line with uh, the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and your first priority will always be to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And why all that matters? Again, because when you are conscious of God, and when your life is very much designed uh, around the theme that whatever you have, whatever you do, and basically you will have to answer for it, and you don't own anything, you're not the creator of anything, so how can you actually rule something as per your desires? How can you use something uh, basically against the will of the actual owner? And this obviously everything, it comes back to the that very concept of standing in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala one day, and obviously um, giving Him answers to how you have spent your life, and how all those things that you did, why have you done it? Were they as per the commands? Because obviously we can't really, if we obviously start considering um, you have to answer about things, then it would be actually very hard to even answer for the use of the very the basics, which are the use of your body. I mean, all like if you are uh, alhamdulillah, you're not lacking anything by any means. You have the eyesight, you're able to walk. I mean, you have I mean, literally every single thing of your body is as vital as it can be for um, yeah, I mean, if you're missing something, definitely you won't be able to perform your duties, or it will be a little bit difficult for you. It will be a challenge for you. So you have all your hands, your feet, your fingers, um, you know your eyes, your nose, uh, your ears, your tongue, your teeth. I mean, every single thing. It's just the list goes on and on. We're not even talking about the the important, the integral um, parts, the organs inside, which are keeping you alive, because it's very much like even on the surface, it's more than enough to actually um, which you can answer about. So that's really your that conscious awareness that if I have to answer for something, how did I use my body? I won't be able to. So it's really about being aware and trying to live your life as much as possible as per the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because if he starts questioning us, then it will be quite difficult to actually um, answer for anything. So really, we should, always keep in our mind that we have to stand one day in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's what really the concept of akhirah is. And inshallah, we will have Mobeen with us today, which we'll discuss. But before that, I think we will go to Nizam Bhai. Inshallah, he will obviously do the tafsir as mashallah he does every time. Um, let me just add it. Assalamu alaikum.
وعلیکم السلام ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ.
कैसे
کیسے ہیں؟
निजाम भाई ठीक ठाक है खैरियत से
الحمدللہ الحمدللہ
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह
سب ٹھیک.
और बारिश आज पूरे दिन हो रही है घर बैठे हुए मजीद
کمپلیٹ
पीछे
ونٹر ہو
ऐसे ही है खिड़कियां बंद बाहर बैकयार्ड में भी मुश्किल से
بالکل بالکل
बस ये यूके का ये सबसे कहते हैं ना कि बेहतरीन आपका तोहफा है कि एक दिन ऐसा
صحیح.
चले आप माशाल्लाह अपना कंटिन्यू करें फिर
انشاءاللہ.
जज़ाकल्लाह.
جزاک اللہ خیر. السلام علیکم ناظرین. انشاءاللہ ہم سورہ یاسین کا تیسرا رکوع کنٹینیو کریں گے. ہم نے اس کی پہلی 8 آیتیں پڑھی تھی. اس کی ریمیننگ 10 آیتیں بچی ہوئی تھی. انشاءاللہ آج اس کو ہم پڑھ لیتے ہیں. سب سے پہلے اس کی تلاوت کر لیتے ہیں اور ترجمانی. اس کے بعد انشاءاللہ اس پہ ڈسکشن کریں گے. اعوذ باللہ من الشیطان الرجیم. بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم. وآیۃ لہم انا حملنا ذریتہم فی الفلک المشحون وخلقنا لهم من مثله ما يركبون وإن نشأ نغرقهم فلا صريخ لهم ولا هم ينقذون إلا رحمة منا ومتاعا إلى حين. وإذا قيل لهم اتقوا ما بين أيديكم وما خلفكم لعلكم ترحمون وما تأتيهم من آية من آيات ربهم إلا كانوا عنها معرضين. وإذا قيل لهم أنفقوا مما رزقكم الله قال الذين كفروا للذين آمنوا نطعم من لو يشاء الله أطعمه إن أنتم إلا في ضلال مبين. ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين. ما ينظرون إلا صيحة واحدة تأخذهم وهم يقسمون فلا يستطيعون توصية ولا إلى أهلهم يرجعون. صدق اللہ العظیم. یہ تھی آیت نمبر 41 to 50. 10 آیتیں تیسرے رکوع کی سورہ یاسین کی. انشاءاللہ اس کا ٹرانسلیشن پڑھ لیتے ہیں. ان کے لیے بھی یہ بھی ایک نشانی ہے کہ ہم نے ان کی نسل کو بھری ہوئی کشتی میں سوار کر دیا اور پھر ان کے لیے ویسے ہی کشتیاں اور پیدا کی جن پر یہ سوار ہوتے ہیں. ہم چاہیں تو ان کو غرق کر دیں، کوئی ان کی فریاد سننے والا نہ ہو اور کسی طرح یہ نہ بچائے جا سکیں. بس ہماری رحمت ہی ہے جو انہیں پار لگاتی ہے اور ایک وقت خاص تک زندگی سے متمتع ہونے کا موقع دیتی ہے. ان لوگوں سے جب کہا جاتا ہے کہ بچوں اس انجام سے جو تمہارے آگے آ رہا ہے اور تمہارے پیچھے گزر چکا ہے شاید کہ تم پر رحم کیا جائے، تو یہ سنی انسنی کر جاتے ہیں۔ ان کے سامنے ان کے رب کی آیات میں سے جو آیت بھی آتی ہے یہ اس کی طرف التفات نہیں کرتے، اور جب ان سے کہا جاتا ہے کہ اللہ نے جو رزق تمہیں عطا کیا ہے اس میں کچھ اللہ کی راہ میں بھی خرچ کرو، تو یہ لوگ جنہوں نے کفر کیا ہے ایمان لانے والوں کو جواب دیتے ہیں کیا ہم ان کو کھلائیں جنہیں اگر اللہ چاہتا تو خود کھلا دیتا، تم تو بالکل ہی بہک گئے ہو۔ یہ لوگ کہتے ہیں کہ قیامت کی دھمکی آخر کب پوری ہوگی، بتاؤ اگر تم سچے ہو۔ دراصل یہ جس چیز کی راہ تک رہے ہیں وہ بس ایک دھماکہ ہے جو ایک انہیں عین اس حالت میں دھر لے گا جب یہ اپنے دنیاوی معاملات میں جھگڑ رہے ہوں گے، اور اس وقت یہ وصیت نہ کر سکیں گے نہ اپنے گھروں کو پلٹ سکیں گے۔ تو یہ تھی ٹرانسلیشن آج کی ان آیتوں کا۔ انشاءاللہ اس کی تفسیر میں جانے سے پہلے ہم تھوڑا سا ریکیپ کرتے ہیں کہ ہم نے پچھلے مرتبہ کیا پڑھا تھا۔ ہم نے پچھلی دفعہ اس سورے کے اندر، کیونکہ پہلے جو سورے تھے اس میں اللہ تعالیٰ نے وارننگ دی تھی کفار مشرکین یعنی سرداران قریش کو، اور اللہ تعالیٰ اس کے بعد ایک ایک وارننگ دینے کے بعد اللہ تعالیٰ یہاں پر ان کے لیے اور نشانیاں، تیسرے رکوع میں اللہ تعالیٰ رب العزت نے اپنی نشانیاں بتائی تھی کہ دیکھو اگر ذرا سی بھی عقل سے کام لوگے اور اپنے تکبرانہ انداز کو چھوڑو گے تو تم سب اللہ کی طرف واپس آؤ گے، کیونکہ بائی نیچر فطرت کے حساب سے ہر انسان وہ اللہ کی عبادت کے لیے ہی پیدا کیا گیا ہے۔ تو اللہ رب العزت یہاں پہ سب سے پہلے بتایا تھا کہ اللہ کی نشانیوں میں سے ایک نشانی کہ وہ طرح طرح کے نباتات، پھل پھول اور دوسری چیزیں پیدا کرتا ہے، پھر اس کے لیے اللہ تعالیٰ اتنی ہی مقدار کی ہوا، پانی، زمین، ہر چیز مہیا کرتا ہے۔ پھر اس کے بعد اللہ رب العزت نے لاسٹ ویک اس سے پچھلی دفعہ کی جو آیتیں ہم نے پڑھی تھی اس میں اللہ رب العزت نے یہی بتایا تھا کہ سورج اور چاند بھی اللہ تعالیٰ کی نشانی ہے، دن اور رات بھی اللہ تعالیٰ کی نشانی ہے۔ سورج کبھی چاند کو آگے نہیں آتا، چاند کبھی سورج کے آگے نہیں آتا، یعنی ان کے اپنے اپنے آربٹ ہیں، اپنے اپنے ٹائمنگس ہیں، وہ اپنے اپنے ٹائمنگس کے اندر، اپنے اپنے راستے کے اندر، اپنے آربٹ کے اندر ہی وہ گھومتے ہیں۔ اگر تھوڑا سا بھی ان کا بیلنس آؤٹ ہوگا تو ہم نے پڑھا کہ کس طرح سے اس دنیا کو یعنی کہ کا بیلنس آؤٹ ہو جائے گا، تو ہم نے ان ڈیٹیل ان چیزوں کے بارے میں پڑھا تھا۔ اللہ تعالیٰ پھر اپنی وہی نشانیوں کو کنٹینیو کر رہا ہے یہاں کی آیتوں میں، اور یہاں پہ بتا رہا ہے کہ دیکھو انسانوں پر ہم نے کیا کیا احسان کیے ہیں۔ تو انشاءاللہ اس کی تفسیر پڑھ لیتے ہیں۔ ان کے لیے یہ بھی ایک نشانی ہے کہ ہم نے ان کی نسل کو بھری ہوئی کشتی میں سوار کر دیا۔ بھری ہوئی کشتی سے مراد ہے حضرت نوح علیہ السلام کی کشتی، اور نسل انسانی کو اس پر سوار کر دینے کا مطلب یہ ہے کہ اس کشتی میں بظاہر تو حضرت نوح علیہ السلام کے چند ساتھی ہی بیٹھے ہوئے تھے، مگر در حقیقت قیامت تک پیدا ہونے والے تمام انسان اس پر سوار تھے، کیونکہ طوفان نوح میں ان کے سوا باقی پوری اولاد آدم کو غرق کر دیا گیا تھا، اور بعد کی انسانی نسل صرف انہی کشتی والوں سے چلی، اور پھر ان کے لیے ویسی ہی کشتیاں اور پیدا کی جن پر یہ سوار ہوتے ہیں۔ اس سے یہ اشارہ نکلتا ہے کہ تاریخ میں پہلی کشتی جو بنی وہ حضرت نوح علیہ السلام والی کشتی تھی۔ اس سے پہلے انسان کو دریاؤں اور سمندروں کو عبور کرنے کا کوئی طریقہ معلوم نہ تھا۔ اس طریقے کی تعلیم سب سے پہلے اللہ تعالیٰ نے حضرت نوح علیہ السلام کو دی، اور جب ان کی بنائی ہوئی کشتی پر سوار ہو کر اللہ کے کچھ بندے طوفان سے بچ نکلے تو آئندہ ان کی نسل نے بحری سفروں کے لیے کشتیاں بنانے کا سلسلہ شروع کر دیا۔ ہم چاہیں تو ان کو غرق کر دیں، کوئی ان کی فریاد سننے والا نہ ہو اور کسی طرح یہ نہ بچائے جا سکیں، بس ہماری رحمت ہی ہے جو انہیں پار لگاتی ہے اور ایک وقت خاص تک زندگی سے متمتع ہونے کا موقع دیتی ہے۔ پچھلی نشانیوں کا ذکر دلائل توحید کی حیثیت سے کیا گیا تھا، اور اس نشانی کا ذکر یہ احساس دلانے کے لیے فرمایا گیا ہے کہ انسان کو فطرت کی طاقتوں پر تصرف کے جو اختیارات بھی حاصل ہیں وہ اللہ کے دیے ہوئے ہیں، اس کے اپنے حاصل کیے ہوئے نہیں ہیں، اور ان طاقتوں پر تصرف کے جو طریقے اس نے دریافت کیے ہیں وہ بھی اللہ کی رہنمائی سے اس کے علم میں آئے ہیں، اس کے اپنے معلوم کیے ہوئے نہیں ہیں۔ انسان کا اپنا بلبوتا یہ نہ تھا کہ اپنے زور سے وہ ان عظیم طاقتوں کو مسخر کرتا، اور نہ اس میں یہ صلاحیت تھی کہ خود اسرار فطرت کا پتہ چلا لیتا اور ان قوتوں سے کام لینے کے لیے طریقے جان سکتا۔ پھر جن قوتوں پر بھی اللہ نے اس کو اقتدار عطا کیا ہے ان پر اس کا قابو اسی وقت تک چلتا ہے جب تک اللہ کی مرضی یہ ہوتی ہے۔ कि वो इसके लिए मसख्खर हैं, वरना जब मर्जी इलाही कुछ और होती है तो वही ताकतें जो इंसान की खिदमत में लगी होती हैं अचानक इस पर पलट पड़ती हैं और आदमी अपने आप को इनके सामने बिल्कुल बेबस पाता है। इस हकीकत पर मुतनब्बे करने के लिए अल्लाह ताला ने बाहरी सफ़र के मामले को महज बतौर नमूना पेश किया है। नौ इंसानी पूरी की पूरी तूफान में ख़त्म हो जाती अगर अल्लाह ताला कश्ती बनाने का तरीक़ा हज़रत नूह अलैहिस्सलाम को न समझा देता और इन पर ईमान लाने वाले लोग इसमें सवार ना हो जाते। फिर नौ इंसानी के लिए तमाम रुए ज़मीन पर फैलना इसी वजह से मुमकिन हुआ कि अल्लाह से कश्ती साज़ी के उसूलों का इल्म पाकर लोग दरियाओं और समंदरों को अबूर करने के लायक हो गए। मगर इस इब्तिदा से मगर इस इब्तिदा से चलकर आज के अज़ीमुश्शान जहाज़ों की तामीर तक इंसान ने जितनी कुछ तरक्की की है और जहाज़ रानी के फ़न में जितना कुछ भी कमाल हासिल किया है, इसके बावजूद वो ये दावा नहीं कर सकता कि ये दरिया और समंदर सब इसके काबू में आ गए हैं और इन पर इसे मुकम्मल ग़लबा हासिल हो गया है। आज भी खुदा का पानी खुदा ही की कब्ज़े कुदरत में है और जब वो चाहता है इंसान को इसके जहाज़ों समेत इसमें गर्क कर देता है। इन लोगों से जब कहा जाता है कि बचो इस अंजाम से जो तुम्हारे आगे आ रहा है और तुम्हारे पीछे गुजर चुका है, यानी पिछली कौमों की जिक्र, शायद कि तुम पर रहम किया जाए, तो ये सुनी अनसुनी कर जाते हैं। इनके सामने इनके रब की आयत में से जो आयत भी आती है, इसकी तरफ इल्तिफात नहीं करते। आयत से मुराद किताबुल्लाह की आयत भी हैं, जिनके ज़रिए से इंसान को नसीहत की जाती है और वो आयत भी मुराद हैं जो आसार कायनात और ख़ुद इंसान के वजूद और इसकी तारीख़ में मौजूद हैं। जो इंसान को इबरत दिलाती हैं, बशर्ते कि वो इबरत हासिल करने के लिए तैयार हो। और जब इनसे कहा जाता है कि अल्लाह ने जो रिज़्क़ तुम्हें अता किया है, इसमें कुछ अल्लाह की राह में भी खर्च कर लो, तो ये लोग जिन्होंने कुफ़्र किया है, ईमान लाने वालों को जवाब देते हैं, क्या हम उनको खिलाएँ, जिन्हें अगर अल्लाह चाहता तो खुद खिला देता? तुम तो बिल्कुल ही बहक गए हो। इससे ये बताना मकसूद है कि कुफ़्र ने सिर्फ़ इनकी अक़ल ही अंधी नहीं की है, बल्कि इनके अख़लाक़ी हिस्स को भी मुर्दा कर दिया है। वो ना खुदा के बारे में सही तफ़क्कुर से काम लेते हैं, ना ख़ल्क़ के साथ सही तर्ज़ अमल इख्तियार करते हैं। इनके पास हर नसीहत का उल्टा जवाब है। हर गुमराही और अख़लाक़ी के लिए एक औंधा फ़लसफ़ा है। हर भलाई से फ़रार के लिए एक घुड़घुड़ा बनाया यानी घिड़ा हुआ बहाना मौजूद है। ये लोग कहते हैं कि क़यामत की धमकी ये तौहीद के बाद दूसरा मसला जब इस पर नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम और कुफ़ार के दरमियान निज़ाह बरपा था, वो आखिरत का मसला था। इसके मुतालिक अक़ली दलाइल तो आगे चलकर ख़ातिमे कलाम पर दिए गए हैं, मगर दलाइल देने से पहले यहाँ इस मसले को लेकर आलम आखिरत का एक इबरतनाक नक्शा इनके सामने खींचा गया है, ताकि इन्हें ये मालूम हो कि जिस चीज़ का वो इनकार कर रहे हैं, वो इनके इनकार से टलने वाले नहीं हैं, बल्कि लामहला एक रोज़ इन हालात से इन्हें दो-चार होना है। ये क़यामत की धमकी आखिर कब होगी? बताओ अगर तुम सच्चे हो। इस सवाल मतलब ये ना था कि वो लोग फ़िल वाक़या क़यामत के आने की तारीख़ मालूम करना चाहते थे और अगर मसलन इनको ये बता दिया जाता कि फ़लाँ सन में फ़लाँ महीने की फ़लाँ तारीख़ को पेश आएगी, तो इनका शक रफ़ा हो जाता और वो इसे मान लेते। दरअसल इस तरह के सवालात वो महज़ कच-बहसी के लिए चैलेंज के अंदाज़ में करते थे और इनका मुद्दा ये कहना था कि कोई क़यामत-वयामत नहीं आनी है। तुम ख़ामख़ा हमें इसके डरावे देते हो। इसी बिना पर इनके जवाब में ये नहीं फरमाया गया कि क़यामत फलाँ रोज़ आएगी, बल्कि इन्हें ये बताया गया है कि वो आएगी और इस शान से आएगी। दरअसल ये जिस चीज़ की राह तक रहे हैं, वो बस एक धमाका है, जो एकाएक इन्हें ऐन इस हालत में धर लेगा, जब ये अपने दुनियावी मामलात में जकड़ रहे होंगे और इस वक़्त ये वसीयत तक ना कर सकेंगे, ना अपने घरों को पलट सकेंगे। यानी ऐसा नहीं होगा कि क़यामत आहिस्ता-आहिस्ता आ रही है और लोग देख रहे हैं कि वो आ रही है, बल्कि वो इस तरह आएगी कि लोग पूरे इत्मीनान के साथ अपनी दुनिया के कारोबार चला रहे हैं और इनके हाशिया ख़याल में भी ये तसव्वुर मौजूद नहीं है कि दुनिया की ख़ात्मे की घड़ी आ पहुँची। इस हालत में अचानक एक ज़ोर का कड़ाका होगा और जो जहाँ था वहीं धरा का धरा रह जाएगा। हदीस में हज़रत अब्दुल्लाह बिन उमर और हज़रत अबू हुरैरा रज़ी अल्लाहु अन्हु नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम से रिवायत करते हैं कि लोग रास्तों पर चल रहे होंगे, बाज़ारों में खरीद और फरोख्त कर रहे होंगे, अपनी मजलिसों में बैठे गुफ्तगूएँ कर रहे होंगे, ऐसे में एकाएक सुर फूँका जाएगा। कोई कपड़ा खरीद रहा था, तो हाथ से कपड़ा रखने की नौबत ना आएगी कि खत्म हो जाएगा। कोई अपने जानवरों को पानी पिलाने के लिए हौज़ भरेगा और अभी पिलाने ना पाएगा, कि क़यामत बर्पा हो जाएगी। कोई खाना खाने बैठा होगा और लुक़मा उठाकर मुँह तक ले जाने की भी इसे मोहलत ना मिलेगी। ये थी अल्लाह ताला की वार्निंग और अल्लाह ताला यहाँ पर न सिर्फ़ वार्निंग दे रहे हैं बल्कि उससे पहले अल्लाह ताला कुफ़ार और मुशरिकीन को अपनी निशानियाँ भी बताई और उसके बाद अल्लाह ताला अपने तफ़हीमी अंदाज़ में उनकी फ़रमाइश, उनको समझाने की ख़ातिर अल्लाह ताला ने इतनी निशानियाँ देकर फिर लास्ट में अल्लाह ताला ने कहा कि अगर इसको भी तुम झुटलाओगे, तब तुम देख लोगे कि अल्लाह ताला की क़यामत किस तरह हो। क्योंकि वो लोग मज़ाक ले में उड़ाते थे। अल्लाह के नबी जब कभी उन्हें कहता था कि देखो, एक दिन आएगा, तुमको मौत के बाद ज़िंदगी आएगी और तुम्हें अल्लाह के यहाँ हिसाब देना होगा। तो वो हमेशा यही कहते कि कोई क़यामत वयामत है ही नहीं कि जब हम मर मर जाएँगे तो मिट्टी हो जाएँगे, कोई हमें नहीं उठाएगा। तो इस तरह की बातें करते थे। तो अल्लाह रब्बुल इज़्ज़त यहाँ पे खुले-खुले अल्फ़ाज़ में कह रहा है कि देखो क़यामत ऐसा आएगी कि तुम्हें पता ना चलेगा, तुम जान ना सकोगे। तो इस तरह ये तीसरा रुकू का इख्तिताम हुआ। इंशाअल्लाह हम कल फिर हाज़िर होते हैं चौथे रुकू के साथ जिसमें अल्लाह ताला ने अपनी आगे की यानी कि किस तरह से सुर फूँका जाएगा, किस तरह से इस दुनिया को उठाया जाएगा, उसके बारे में अल्लाह ताला ने डिटेल बताया। जज़ाकल्लाह खैर। अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
वालेकुम सलाम, सॉरी। जज़ाकल्लाह निज़ाम भाई,
बारकल्लाह फ़ीक।
माशाल्लाह आपका बड़ा प्यारा अंदाज़ है और बहुत
जज़ाकल्लाह।
ही मतलब मालूम होता है कि किस कदर मेहनत आप माशाल्लाह करते हैं इसको पेश करने के लिए। अल्लाह ताला आपको इसको बेहतरीन जज़ाय खैर दे।
कोशिश रीडिंग
आमीन।
कर रहे हैं। जी, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह।
बस अब सबसे पहले अपना फ़ायदा होता है उसके बाद दूसरों का अल्लाह ताला
बिल्कुल,
हमारे ज़रिए से उसका कुछ करवा दे तो बड़ी अच्छी बात है। जज़ाकल्लाह खैर।
बारकल्लाह फ़ीक।
इंशाअल्लाह फिर कल आपसे मुलाकात होगी।
इंशाअल्लाह, जज़ाकल्लाह खैर। अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
वालेकुम अस्सलाम। Um, that was Nizam bhai. Mashallah, he obviously he has his beautiful way of taking us through the beautiful verses of the Quran itself, and it's very um, it's quite a skill to actually take your listener along with you without obviously losing them. So mashallah, beautifully, Nizam bhai have done it every time during Ramadan, and he's continuing it, mashallah. Um, and what actually he was discussing, um, again, it all relates back to the same topic of that being conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And as he was just explaining that, normally, well, I mean, even as a Muslim, yes, we have belief. Obviously, when we die, we will be faced with that questioning and accountability. However, we all are very much, um, you know, involved deeply in our present lives. And when we think of, and I mean, actually, we don't much think about the akhirah itself. And you know, if it's to do with something, the qiyamah itself, the the hour, obviously that is something which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only knows when it will come. But for an individual, it's actually your qiyamah. It starts as soon as you take your last breath, because then you don't have any chance to do anything, and then obviously everything will become black and white for you. And it might be too late, that normally we have that thinking that we will start, but nobody knows that how much time we have. And obviously it's always better to start now, start today, than leave it for later. And it's all about refreshing your beliefs actually about, you know, the akhirah, and obviously which will help itself in living your life as per the guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which obviously will be worship. So we will discuss the same topic of how actually the remembrance of the akhirah itself, it helps you in worship, uh, you know, during your life, which obviously which will um, directly impact your result in the hereafter. So we will have Mobin Bhai. I can see he has joined, and let me just, inshallah, push him through in the main. There you go. Assalamu alaikum, Mobin Bhai. Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good, thank you. How about you?
Jazakallah khair for joining us. It's been a long time. Obviously, we haven't met in person, so it's at least good to see your face.
Eid Mubarak to you and to your family as well. I didn't get the chance to see you.
Indeed, yeah. Actually, even before the lockdown, it had been a while before we met, actually. So, well, inshallah, one day soon. So, again, Jazakallah for joining. And as you would have obviously heard earlier when I little bit explained about obviously that the book of Maulana Islami Ibadat par Tahqiq Nazar. And I mean, this is a very, you know, constant recurring theme which is very basic to, you know, that belief, understanding the true meaning of being a Muslim. And obviously without the akhirah itself, you know, we know that, you know, it's main part of our faith. So it's quite difficult to actually live your life, you know, in as a worship to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala if you don't have that firm belief in the akhirah. So if you can please just share some of your thoughts on that. Sorry, Mobina, your voice is a bit low.
It's very slow.
Yes, better.
Yeah, Sayyid Maududi, like he explained very beautifully, like in most of his writings. And we got it many times. We have read him, and basically, like he takes everything from a meaning of it. So especially like when it comes to ibadat, like he explained very beautifully, like by dividing the word ibadat into two. It says like abd. Abd means a slave. And in Urdu, like it's we say like banda and bandagi. They are both relevant to each other. So when he says like it's abd means like is a slave, which means like as a slave, we totally submit. And in Islam, like which is submission to the will of Allah is the main requirement. So here, like our Allah as a master is expecting a abd as a slave to totally give himself to the will of Allah here. So to explain this, Maulana Maududi, he explained he links the life as a like he links iman to life. Not only life, he says like is the whole life. So it's a total commitment of your whole life, and the fruit of this whole life of this world is your akhirah. So like they expect, like as Allah expect from us is a total commitment, and total like without total commitment is irrelevant if we leave it separately. So the second thing, Maulana Maududi, while explaining this, he explained like the actions. The actions are linked to iman as well. So if there are no good actions, there is no, the intention of the iman is not complete. Like if there are no good actions at all, so you can say in the direct terms that like there is no iman. So next, like while explaining the ibadat, he explained like the 5 pillars of Islam: namaz, roza, zakat, and hajj, and believe in the hereafter. It's like iman as a seed. So when we have iman, consider as yourself, like iman needs to be in your heart. This is seed like which we bow. For example, like as a farmer, if he's growing something, like if he's growing a tree, first he will bow the seed into the soil. His intention is to have fruits, good fruits. So at the very first stage, so as a Muslim, to perform any ibadat, we must have like iman, and the iman and the ibadat are the actions here. So the action, for example, like when a farmer bows the seeds, it grows into first, like you will see a stem comes up, and you will see like then the branches grow. So the actions are the pillars of Islam. Like these pillars, namaz, roza, zakat, these are the actions. And the fruits we get is on the day of Akhirah. So considering like this world, and like what he does, like he links this world as a continuous process for the hereafter. So without pleasing, like in this world, without pleasing Allah, we can't achieve fruits at the in the hereafter. So let's see let's see the akhirah, like how it's links to the process of human mankind. So the life starts like as we see the creation of a mankind. The creation of a mankind started like usually every one of us know that we are from Adam and Eve. So the very first process, the creation of mankind is done like from Adam alayhi salam. Allah created Hawa alayhi salam. We have read in Quran so many times like our first man and the first woman on the earth is Adam and Eve. This is the first process that Allah has created. And after creation, like we have been placed, like we have heard, like the Quran is from Allah, which is saved in Lawh Mahfuz. This Lawh Mahfuz is think of as a book where our past and the future and all the souls are in Lawh Mahfuz. And after Lawh Mahfuz, our souls are sent to the mother's womb, and we stay nearly like 9 months in the mother's womb, and there come an existence, like we come out of our mother's womb and we come into this world. And in this world, now this world is where we can perform our ibadats. The word we were saying, the ibadat now, is the place where we take actions. This is a life like where we get into this world, and our actions, our duties, what we perform, like what Allah has asked us to do, we get this chance. Like I have placed them here, like Lawh Mahfuz, I placed them in a gray, saying that like we are not where we accept everything from Allah, saying like we will worship Him and we will obey Him, and like then Allah give us a chance in mother's womb where we would stay for 9 months, and the like and in hadith it comes like angels comes and give us a life in mother's womb. Then like we came into this world, we grow like from zero, from we starts from year 1 to year whatever Allah has given us a life, and here we get the chance to fulfill our ibadats here. So then like there is another, after finishing our work, like we go to another stage called death stage. I have placed in a dark box this one, because we are in a process of totally, we are not in our control, like barzakh, like our souls will be in barzakh, and in barzakh the people who gets the souls which are good will be shown the light of a Jannah, and like and the souls which are bad, like they will be shown as the dozakh one. Then on the day of judgment, this will be a resurrection where we stand. So there will be a decision of paradise and hell. Let me go to the another slide here. Let's understand like how these terms Qiyamah and Akhirah, how Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the companions of the Prophet, what they understood from this. Let's see the first, the Qiyamah, the word Qiyamah, because Qiyamah on the day of Akhirah, first it will be a Qiyamah. And on the Qiyamah is nothing but resurrection. Resurrection refers to the last day or the day of judgment. The day of judgment is on first, and whereas Akhirah is the life after the death. So Amal Qiyamah, like in Quran, it comes nearly like 68 times, where we will, the human beings, where we will be perished and raised and resurrected to answer our deeds, like what we have done in this world, our like is a good or bad, like the decision will be taken on that day, on the day of Akhirah. Whereas Akhirah is a hereafter, is a life after the death, like how our life is going to be. Is it going to be a good or is it going to be a bad? Like if it's going to be a good, like we will be given a Jannah for this, and if it goes bad, we will face hell. So if you see in the Quran, it appears like 118 times. And on this day, human beings will be rewarded according to the deeds. Like if our deeds are good, we will be given on the day of on the day of judgment, we will come to know, are we going into paradise or a heaven? So basically, this is Qiyamah and Akhirah. In the worldly, for example, like when we were taking an example of the farmer, when he's growing a tree, he's growing a seed, he's sowing the seed. What for what's his purpose? To get the fruits from the tree. So his main aim is to sow one seed and get many fruits. So in this world, it's the same thing. Like it's a chance for us to sow a seed, and we will get the fruits in the day of Akhirah. So let's see like how this foundation, what's the requirement to get these fruits and to on the day of Akhirah. Let's compare the lives of the prophets and how Abu al-Maududi, like he explained very beautifully in his book, like Let Us Be Muslims, where he took us to a very foundation of these words. For example, like kalima and kalima tayyiba. So in kalima tayyiba, like we read La ilaha illallah, and we say that there is no deity but Allah. And this, if you see this kalima, is a kalima, this kalima is made up of the whole belief of our faith. See, if we believe in Allah, we believe in angels, we believe in Allah's books, which has been Torah, Zabur, and Quran as the last book, and the prophets, and the messenger of Allah as the last messenger, and we believe in the life after the death. So if we believe in all these 5 beliefs of our faith, we are fulfilling the criteria of Kalma Tayyiba, saying La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. So if you see, this is the foundation. And let's compare the life of the Sahaba. When Abu al-Maududi in his book Let Us Be Muslims, he explains very beautifully, saying like he linked this basic foundation, how we can be like more practical, and he gives examples of Sahaba, like how they have achieved. Let's see, like in our next slides here, the Sahaba's attitude. Like, what was the attitude of the companions of the Prophet Muhammad? And when the Prophet Muhammad, like when he started preaching, he was actively involved, and he wasn't very passive. Like a message has been came, and actively he delivered to the people. And the first people like who are with him are the companions of the Prophet, like we call them Sahaba. So for Sahaba, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was very beloved. They loved more than their parents, than anyone in the society, and like they consider Prophet Muhammad as a teacher of minds. I have said on the slide I have mentioned like teacher of minds and a trainer of souls and the ruler of spirit, because he changed the companions of the companions. The companions of the Prophet were the right. These are the righteous. Like they have changed their hearts, They have changed their mind. They have cleaned up their minds. They train. Their soul was changed to a very pure. And let's see like what makes them to change it. So in Holy Quran it says by the means of in Surah Qasas, it says by the means of what Allah has given you, seek the hope of hereafter, while not forgetting your share, while not forgetting of your share of this world. Be good to others just as Allah has been given good to you. So in this it's very clearly it's been mentioned like our life of this world is what we grow here is what we will achieve in the hereafter. So it's saying like for us not to forget this world, not to get aside from this world, and like just start only praying and doing the ibadats and forget this world. No, like here it says that we need to carry on both of them together. So how, let's see like an example of in a hadith, example of Sahaba, where Salman Raziallahu Ta'ala, he went to Abu Darda Raziallahu Ta'ala, and he saw Abu Darda Raziallahu Ta'ala, like he was he was more involved in his prayers, and he when he went to his house, he was more involved in his prayers. He wasn't like more in worldly things. He forget about the world, and he was more like in a situation where only remembrance of Allah was there. And Hazrat Salman Raziallahu Ta'ala mentioned to him, like, you owe a duty to your Rabb. Means like ibadat is to your Rabb. And he said, like, ibadat is not in just for ibadat. Even in other ahadith, we see the similar way, where Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he clearly mentioned ibadat is just not only the rituals. And in Sayyid Abu al-Amadudi, he gave this concept like ibadat is just not the rituals, what we do. It's a complete way of life. He has mentioned in a very beautifully sentence, like saying is a complete way of life. And today we see many of these scholars, like today they accepted this. And even we see today where the followers of other fiqh, they adapted this, saying that like ibadat is the complete way of life. Because when Sayyid Maududi, when he studied the Islam from its root words. Basically, like he tried to explain in a very common terms, very beautifully, saying like he understood Islam, and his writings are basically like will give us a very good foundation for this. So I was saying you about this hadith, like where Salman told to Abu Darda that like you own a duty to your Rabb, and you owe a duty to your body as well. You owe a duty to your family. So you should give to everyone his due. Abu Darda came to the Prophet and reported the whole story, and Prophet said Salman is right. So from this hadith, like it's been very clear that like only the rituals won't fulfill the task of won't give us the akhirah, the fruits of akhirah. We need to owe to this our body, as well as our family, as our neighbors, as well as to this world. So while studying this, I find like when I was studying the book of Sayyid Maududi, Let Us Be Muslims, I found that the conclusion, how the Sahaba led their life. So what they did is they maintained a balance between between this world and the world of hereafter. So it means that like while they are doing a ibadah, they are benefiting for this world, as well as they are benefiting for themselves for the day of Akhirah. So if you go to my next slides, you will see like the conclusion was after comparing and after studying Sayyid Maududi, and after reading more about finding out about more Akhirah, for us is a lesson here. So the world was not a goal, but the world was not a goal. So it means for Sahaba as well, the world is not a goal. The akhirah is the main goal. Whatever our intentions of doing this ibadat, which must come from our heart, is our target is to please Allah, and and get a passage for the hereafter. So this was the aim of Sahaba, and how they led their lives, and how we can lead our lives, getting our ibadah in a very balanced way, doing ibadats in a very balanced way, like doing with khushu, doing to please Allah. This is the main requirement. And ibadat never ends here. It's our collective responsibility as well. Sayyid Maududi, he said, like, we need to be very actively responsible for the whole society as well. We owe to the society as well. We owe to the system as well, to the social living as well. So Sahaba, like, when they laid their importance of life on both worldly affairs and the life of hereafter, and the spiritual and the physical aspects in a balanced manner, besides allotting rights and the human needs fairly and equally. So if you read, Sayyid Maududi also mentioned very clearly, like, this is the way how Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam spent his life. Of when Hazrat Aisha was, when Sahabi once asked Hazrat Aisha, can you tell us about the life of the Prophet? As Hazrat Aisha radiallahu ta'ala said, like, the life of the Prophet, like, if you read Quran, haven't you read Quran? She said, haven't you read Quran? That's the life of the Prophet. So the Sahaba, like, they took it as the same. So from this we can conclude that, like, their lives and the Prophet's life have been they have given rights for this world as well as for the hereafter as well. They were not extreme, and they were not obsessive in any religious belief. Therefore, their ethics, their practice, and every matter with a state of stability as revealed by Allah. Like what has been revealed in Quran, if we study the tafsir of Sayyid Maududi, that's the difference. Where he explained the rituals, the ibadats of this world are not merely like for getting your cleaning your soul or getting out of this world. No, like he explained that you need to be present in the world. You need to clean up the things. You need to clean up your society. You need to clean up your system. Get the right people in the right place. You are responsible for everything. Even like the people you who select must be the right people, must be responsible. They must be questioned. And they must be accountable for that. So the whole thing comes when you have Iman in your heart. When there is a purity in your heart, when we have purity in our heart. So after Sayyid Maududi, we can come to a conclusion for fruits of Jannah, inshallah.
Okay, wonderful. So I think we lost you a little bit in the last few moments, but mashallah, jazakallah. It was, I mean, as always, you have that very thorough and obviously detailed view on this whole topic of the akhirah and the worship, and mashallah, you prepared very well the slides and everything. We are quite sure will be all those who are watching, they would much appreciate all your efforts. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you best reward for joining, taking out your time.
Thank you for having me.
Jazakallah khair. Always a pleasure. And we will, inshallah, try to give you more trouble and have you with us next time.
Yeah,
And
inshallah.
I look forward to inshallah meeting you in person once. It's been a while. Jazakallah khair, Mubin bhai. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you. Jazakallah. Okay. That was Mubin bhai, mashallah. Um, very thorough, very exhaustive explanation of really what it was actually what it was like being a real Muslim and how the Sahaba actually looked at things. And the beautiful hadith obviously he mentioned about when this one Sahabi went to the other and he saw him doing what he was doing, praying, and it looked like he wasn't very much looking after his self or his other responsibilities, and that's what he said. Actually, it pretty much it sums up what I have been going on for several days really. That you have a duty towards everybody. You have a duty towards Allah, and you have a duty towards your body. You have a duty towards obviously your family, and you have a duty for towards the larger society. So you need to give everybody their due share, because only then you would actually fulfill your uh, actual, you know, basically the requirement of worship, worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, mashallah, beautifully put everything together by Mubin Bhai. Um, this is just one more really benefit of having all different um, people with us. That, alhamdulillah, everybody, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given them their own perspectives, their own understandings, and mashallah, when they put it through, you know, it all really helps in getting that message across, which is obviously uh, to really worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala how He is to be worshipped. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless everybody who joins us, uh, those who are watching us. Um, it's really, you know, everybody's objective to not only learn ourselves, but to obviously spread the good word. And do keep sharing all our videos with your friends and families. Um, that's what we do for really, to actually spread the awareness, and especially in this day and age when you have a lot of content, especially in terms of uh, religion. You have too many things which you would come across every day. Um, but sadly, most of them, they are very similar in a way that they focus on um, doing good, obviously, increasing your good deeds, and staying away from the bad ones, and obviously, being a good Muslim. But the main purpose is actually to live this life to its full extent, to go, you know, as forward as possible in the world as well, and at the same time being obedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and uh, being completely sincere and loyal to Him all, in everything that you do. That is really the one thing that we try to put across, to really make people think about the responsibility which we have as a Muslim. So Jazakallah khair for joining us. As we obviously, as I mentioned earlier, we didn't have the session with uh, Shams Abdas. So inshallah, we will have him back tomorrow, and inshallah, we will uh, catch up with each other as well, inshallah, with the same topic. And Jazakallah khair for joining. Do spread among your friends and families, and we will inshallah meet you inshallah from 8 o'clock tomorrow as usual. Till then, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep everybody safe, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
مصطفیٰ کا کبھی تھا نہ ہے نہ ہوگا کوئی مثل مصطفیٰ کا کوئی مثل مصطفیٰ کا کبھی تھا نہ ہے نہ ہوگا کسی اور کا یہ رتبہ کبھی تھا نہ ہے نہ ہوگا کسی اور کا یہ رتبہ انہیں خلق کر کے نازا ہوا خود ہی دست قدرت انہیں خلق کر کے نازا ہوا خود ہی دست قدرت کوئی شاہکار ایسا کبھی تھا نہ ہے نہ ہوگا کبھی تھا نہ ہے نہ ہوگا کبھی تھا نہ ہے نہ ہوگا کسی وہم نے صدا دی کوئی آپ کا مماثل کسی وہم نے صدا دی کوئی آپ کا مماثل تو یقین پکار اٹھا کبھی تھا نہ ہے نہ ہوگا تو یقین پکار اٹھا میرے دامن طلب کو ہے انہیں کے در سے نسبت میرے دامن طلب کو ہے انہیں کے در سے نسبت کسی اور در سے رشتہ کبھی تھا نہ ہے نہ کسی اور در سے رشتہ میری طاق جان میں نسبت کے چراغ جل رہے ہیں میرے طاق جان میں نسبت کے چراغ جل رہے ہیں مجھے خوف تیرگی کا کبھی تھا نہ ہے نہ ہوگا میں ہوں وقت نعت گوئی کسی اور کا قصیدہ میری شاعری کا حصہ کبھی نہ ہے نہ ہوگا سارے حشر ان کی رحمت کا صدیق میں ہوں طالب سارے حشر ان کی رحمت کا صدیق میں ہوں طالب مجھے کچھ عمل کا دعویٰ کبھی تھا نہ ہے نہ ہوگا مجھے کچھ عمل کا دعویٰ کبھی تھا نہ ہے نہ ہوگا کوئی مثل مصطفیٰ کا مصطفیٰ کا کبھی تھا نہ ہے نہ ہوگا مصطفیٰ